It's no secret that billionaires know how to have a good time with their money, whether it's going to space or diving to the bottom of the ocean. The sky is indeed the limit when you are a bored billionaire who wants to make the most out of their fortune, including collecting rare automobiles, taking trips to their own private islands, and participating in extreme sports on the weekends. You won't believe how much they are willing to spend just for playing sports and membership fees, but you're in luck because in this video, we will talk about what billionaires do for fun. Number 1. Entertainment. Some billionaires enjoy being the center of attention, and they achieve this by engaging in some fairly odd hobbies. Jack Ma, the former CEO of Alibaba and current owner of a $46.1 billion fortune, likes to perform. His most well-known act, though he has performed on stage at musical festivals in China, was his impersonation of Michael Jackson during his company's 18th anniversary party. According to Business Insider, this was one of the strangest billionaire hobbies they had ever encountered. He entertained 40,000 employees at a party that cost $1 million, although he performed his spectacular routines on stage for free. The event itself was the most expensive item here. Number 2. Art collection. Because it can be so expensive, collecting art is a favorite pastime among billionaires with net worths of at least $5 billion. David Geffen, founder of multiple record companies and currently worth $9.9 billion, is the owner of one of the most priceless collections in the world, valued at $2.3 billion. To give you an idea of the amount of money involved in collecting art, in 2006, Geffen sold Willem de Kooning's Woman 3 for $137.5 million and Jackson Pollock's Number 5, 1948 for $140 million. In 2015, he sold another Pollock and another de Kooning to fellow billionaire Kenneth Griffin, who is today worth $15.9 billion for $500 million. At the time, those were the first and second highest sums ever paid for a work of art. Number 3. Ocean exploration. Blue Origin co-founder Jeff Bezos has a staggering net worth of $200.5 billion today. He takes pleasure in searching the ocean's depths for discarded NASA rockets. Massive thrust chambers from the Apollo 11 flight as well as fragments of the Saturn V rocket has been retrieved by the billionaire and his team. His first notable mission, which had a team of 60, lasted for around 3 weeks. This kind of exploration often requires more than $1 million each expedition. Bezos' unusual hobby is a costly one, since the average ocean research vessel racks up a bill of $42,000 per day to operate, in addition to paying a staff of researchers and maintaining all the high-tech equipment on board. Number 4. Collecting cars. Although many billionaires are known to drive inexpensive vehicles under $100,000, they surely have the money to buy more, which is why billionaire car enthusiasts choose to spend their money on expensive supercars. For instance, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, whose current net worth is estimated at $156 billion, spent almost $1 million on the Lotus Elise submarine car from the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. This car even served as the inspiration for the Tesla Cybertruck. He also bought an almost $1 million McLaren F1, which he later totaled. Meanwhile, Mark Zuckerberg, whose current net worth is estimated at $119.5 billion, owns one extremely expensive car, a Pagani Huayra worth $1.3 million. Number 5. Hot air ballooning. Billionaires enjoy flying. And we're not just talking about private planes. Some of them like to think outside the box. One of Richard Branson's favorite modes of transportation is hot air ballooning. The current net worth of the head of the Virgin Group is $5 billion. With a hot air balloon, he successfully crossed the Atlantic in 1987 and the Pacific in 1991. Although his adventure came to a dramatic conclusion when he had to plunge into the ocean, hot air ballooning is a somewhat pricey pastime. Flight school costs approximately $2,750, and the balloon itself may cost up to $20,000 or more. Number 6. Space tourism. Some billionaires are attempting something extraordinary because they are sick of taking their customary luxurious vacations. Charles Simon Yi, the first billionaire in space after spending $60 million in 2 trips with the Space Adventures tourist company. Today, he is worth roughly $5.5 billion. Guy Laliberté, a co-founder of Cirque du Soleil, who has an estimated net worth of $1.2 billion, has also traveled to space. In 2009, he took a lengthy leave of absence from his job to prepare for a voyage to the International Space Station, for which he paid $35 million. One of the billionaires who intend to depart from Earth next is Jeff Bezos. Future high-end space travel packages are anticipated to cost around $55 million. Number 7. Purchasing private islands. We already know that billionaires are able to go everywhere in the globe, but they like to do so in private, which is why a lot of them enjoy spending time on their personal islands for vacation. Mark Zuckerberg owns $100 million worth of land in Hawaii with 2,500 feet of white sandy beaches. And nearby billionaire Larry Ellison spent an estimated $300 million buying up 98% of the Hawaiian island Lanai. Red Bull co-founder Dietrich Mateschitz, who is currently worth about $27.4 billion, purchased the opulent island of Laukala in Fiji in 2003 for $10 million. Number 8. Yachting and sailing. We all know that wealthy people enjoy sailing, but billionaire yachting is on an entirely different level. The History Supreme, which costs $4.8 billion, is the most expensive yacht ever owned. It is owned by billionaire Robert Kuok, who is currently the richest person in Malaysia with a net worth of $12.3 billion. A yacht's annual operating expenses are roughly 10 times its value. Thus, for a $1 million yacht, that amounts to $100,000. The price is inflated because it is constructed of real gold, yet its upkeep and operation still cost more than $1 million annually. Meanwhile, Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, who is currently worth $99.9 billion, enjoys sailing. He just sold his $200 million ownership stake in his own GP sailing league. Jeff Bezos recently spent $500 million on a sailing super yacht. Number 9. Expensive sports. Some of the most popular sports enjoyed by billionaires include tennis and golf. Bill Gates, who is currently worth $125.1 billion, and Bernard Arnault, who is currently worth $186.3 billion, both enjoy playing tennis and probably spend a lot of money doing it at their respective country clubs. Tennis is not a very expensive sport, but they have access to VIP boxes at significant matches that can cost $5,000 or more. Former Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer, who is currently worth $76.5 billion, enjoys golf, one of the priciest sports to participate in. While joining a country club can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, participating in a tournament can cost between $30,000 and $50,000. For instance, the Vintage Club in California charges $250,000 initiation fee in addition to a $32,000 yearly membership cost. Lastly, number 10. High adrenaline exercises. Billionaires enjoy high adrenaline activities that get their heart pounding, which is why skydiving and the flying trapeze are two of Google co-founder Sergey Brin's favorite activities. He is currently worth $102.3 billion. Although the cost of skydiving equipment alone ranges from $5,000 to $9,000, certification costs an additional $3,000, and each jump costs roughly $200, we have no doubt that people like Brin rent out entire planes for a day of skydiving. Richard Branson, on the other hand, has a liking for extreme sports like kiteboarding in 2017. He even broke the world record for the greatest number of kite surfers. Classes for this activity can cost around $800, and the total cost of the equipment can be between $3,000 to $5,000. Whether it's collecting rare cars, investing in space exploration, or purchasing private islands, billionaires' hobbies reflect their passions, interests, and values. Despite the high cost associated with these hobbies, they can bring great joy and satisfaction to those who pursue them. So let us appreciate the diversity of human interests and celebrate the innovation and creativity that billionaires bring to their hobbies. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications as always. To follow Luxzoid on social media, please review the links in the text description of this video. Thank you in advance for your feedback. I am Miss Luxurious, signing off for now. Do not forget to visit our YouTube luxury channel Luxzoid to explore the exemplification of the great state of comfort and extravagant living.